So Claude Opus 4.8 just dropped, and it is absolutely insane when it comes to agentic tasks, and when you connect it with Higgsfield MCP, it is a complete game changer for AI content creation. Claude now goes from being a simple helper to an actual coworker, one that will actually make content for you, handle entire workflows on its own, and do things that will make your content creation process way faster. So today I'm going to show you exactly how this combo works and why it changes everything. And also thanks Higgsfield for sponsoring this video. Alright, if you don't know exactly how to connect Claude with Higgsfield, no need to worry, because it is actually very simple. All you need to do is go to the settings panel right here inside of Claude, and from there, click on the connectors option. Now, when you click on the connectors option, you will see a message saying that connectors have been moved to customize. Head there to browse, connect, and manage them. So you can go directly to the customize section, or you can go to connectors first and navigate from there. Either way, you will see your different connectors listed. Now, I have already connected Higgsfield with Claude here, but if you haven't connected it yet, just click on the plus icon and click on Custom Connector. Next, go to the Higgsfield AI website, navigate to the MCP and CLI section, and just copy the custom connector for Claude. Paste it inside of Claude, give it a name, and click on Add. And just like that, you will automatically be able to connect Higgsfield with Claude. As you can see, it is pretty easy. Now let's get into some of the incredible use cases for this specific combo. Let me show you exactly how using Claude Opus 4.8 with the Higgsfield MCP is a complete game changer for AI filmmaking and content creation. The first use case I am going to show you is something I personally use all the time. Whenever I am creating an AI film, I like to test out different art styles before choosing the best one. So, for example, I can just give a prompt to Opus 4.8 that goes something like this. Hey, I am thinking about creating a short AI film, and basically the short film is going to be about astronauts surviving in a base on Mars. What I want you to do is use the Higgsfield MCP and Nano Banana Pro to create a scene for this short film. Generate the exact same prompt, but in 6 or 7 different art styles, and I will choose the one that I like the most. Please use Nano Banana Pro as the image generator. Alright, so let's feed the model this prompt. Claude Opus 4.8 is now going to create that same scene across various art styles. I will choose the best one, the one I vibe with the most, to build out this short film, which is going to be an insane thing. Now, Claude is asking me to allow a request to generate an image using either the Nano Banana Pro or Nano Banana 2 image model. I can just go ahead and allow this tool call. After clicking on allow, it begins generating all the images in those different art styles. Alright, so Claude has used the Higgsfield MCP to generate all of our images. The great thing here is that this is a massive helper for my personal AI filmmaking processes. Depending on the exact emotions that I want to convey, I can easily choose any of these distinct art styles. Now, every art style here is pretty good. I like this comic art style a lot. As you can see, this is pretty cool. The AI model has also generated a hyper-realistic art style, which is just amazing to look at, but I am not going to go with that one today. Instead, I personally love this watercolor type art style because it is quite nuanced and slightly abstract. I think I am going to go with this. It is a fantastic aesthetic for me to make a short film out of, and it's just going to look gorgeous. So what I'm going to do next is copy the prompt that the AI model provided to Higgsfield. I'm going to paste it back in here and say something like, hey, I really like this specific watercolor art style a lot. Now what I want you to do is use the same image model to create a storyboard. In this storyboard, I want you to capture the complex emotions the astronauts are going to feel when they are leaving their home planet to go somewhere completely unknown. Alright, I have provided the model with the prompt, so let's see what kind of storyboard the model will create for us. Alright, Claude Opus 4.8 has finished generating a storyboard of the astronauts going to Mars in the watercolor art style, and honestly, it looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie, the framing and composition here are pretty amazing. From here, you can easily animate these videos by clicking on the animate option, or you can click on edit if you want to tweak something you don't quite like. Personally, I love most of the images here a lot. For demonstration purposes, I'm just going to go ahead and animate one. You can ask the model to animate all of them at once, or if you want to animate a particular frame, you can just click on the animate option right here and give the model a prompt like, hey, I want you to animate this specific frame in the watercolor animation. Use the Seedance 2 2 model and make the generated video around 4 seconds long. Let's run the prompt and see what happens. Alright, so it looks like Seedance 2 was not able to generate the video. Sometimes Seedance 2 just censors things randomly. I don't know exactly why this specific video got flagged, but this is a fairly common problem with Seedance 2. It doesn't always handle image to video perfectly and tends to aggressively censor harmless prompts. No worries though, we can just use another video model. So I'm just going to tell the AI model something like, hey, what I want you to do is use the Kling 3 model to generate the video, since the Seedance 2 model is currently unable to do so. Let's give Claude Opus 4.8 this prompt and check out the video generation we get from Kling 3. Alright, here's the video that Kling 3 has generated from our image. As you can see, this was a short video, as it was only 4 seconds long, but it handled the animation beautifully. Now you can easily turn this entire storyboard into a full video sequence with just a single prompt. You can then download all the clips, put them together one by one, add a voiceover, and create a highly cinematic short film. Let me show you another insane use case of Opus 4.8 combined with Higgsfield. You can create really effective content funnels with it. For example, I can say something like, hey, what I want you to do is go and search the internet to find the best typography and design practices for creating highly engaging motivational carousels for Instagram. Then use those insights to actually create those carousels. Include some nice icons and design elements, but mainly focus on making them look premium and professional. Now, as you can see, this is a pretty vague prompt, but because Opus 4.8 is an incredibly smart model, it will search the internet, gather all the necessary information, and execute the task. Alright, so these are the motivational carousels the AI model has created. Let's look at the first one. As you can see, it is pretty solid, and we were able to generate it using the Nano Banana 2 model. Now, I don't entirely understand why Opus 4.8 chose Nano Banana 2 over Nano Banana Pro to generate these, but anyway, the generation still looks very good. You can obviously tweak it to make it even better. I wanted to keep it heavily focused on typography, since these simple text-heavy carousels are going extremely viral right now. And it is not just for Instagram, you can post these anywhere. LinkedIn and Twitter are massive on these types of standalone visual posts, and they frequently blow up on those platforms. Another awesome thing related to image generation that you can do with Opus 4.8 is ask it to create a beautiful single image comic that has viral potential. So I'm gonna say something like, hey, what I want you to do is create an old newspaper style funny comic inside a single standalone image. Because Opus 4.8 is a highly intelligent model, it will actually think through how to write a punchy, funny dialogue setup and then instruct the image model to bring that comic panel to life. Alright, so here's the comic the AI model wrote and generated, and honestly, it's really good. As you can see, the joke is about AI replacing everyone. I didn't even prompt the model with a specific storyline. I just asked for a funny comic, and it came up with this entirely on its own. Claude Opus 4.8 just has a surprisingly crazy sense of humor, right? Anyway, as you can see, you can easily create these types of visual content funnels with Claude Opus 4.8 and the Higgsfield MCP. That is going to be it for today's video. Please don't forget to check out Higgsfield using the link in the description below.